break the law, what goes around comes around. You may be a wonderful person, you may be very sincere, you may have done wonderful things, you break the law, and what goes around comes around. There's no escaping divine retribution, period, because it's impersonal. It is totally impersonal. If you jump off a building, you're going to get your comeuppance quickly. If you do something against your friend, your family, your wife, your husband, or whatever, it may take a couple of weeks for it to come back to you. It may take a month or two. But whatever it is you put out there will come back. Bet on it. And that's why Thomas Jefferson said, I fear more for my country when I realize that God is just.
You have 90% of your brain which is out of reach of you. 10% is your, 90% is what we call God's or the cosmic brain. And there is something that can be activated within that through this magnificence of meditation, this electricity of meditation. And it says here that in the multitude of my thoughts, I get so many thoughts, and it's called the monkey mind. Everything is swinging all over the place. In the multitude of my thoughts, you comfort the lights of my soul. Go to page 615, Isaiah chapter 55. I want to show you something. Isaiah chapter 55. And in Isaiah chapter 55, in verse 7, it says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return to the Lord and have mercy, and so forth. Look at verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. So there is something within you that is a thought pattern that is not yours. There's something within you that is a thought pattern that belongs to that which we call the Creator, that which was the aspect of nature. And so in Matthew 6:25 to 6:33, Jehoshua, Jesus the Christ, makes this statement 5 times. Take no thought. I don't care if it comes from Billy Graham, it comes from the Pope, it comes from me, it comes from your mother, it comes from your father, it comes from your son, it doesn't make any difference where it comes from. It comes from a book, it comes from a teacher, throw it all away. Take no thought, because those thoughts come out of the minds of men and women. There's only one place where the divine cosmic thought comes from, and that's the creative power within inside of you at the right hemisphere of the brain. Take no thought, because those thoughts are our thoughts, they're not God's thoughts. So we have to move in a new way of consciousness. And that way we flow with the creativity within the mind. And what do you have to do? All you have to do is sit down. That's all. That is it.
13 is your lucky number. 13, unlucky number for the cracker ass. 418 is the number of melanin. 1 plus 4 plus 8 equals 13, your lucky number, which is the number of melanin. Here you see the I-head rule, which is the black dot, because also the symbol of the pyramid is melanin. Right here you got 777, which is also a spiritual number of the black man. It also means Kim, melanin, but it's manifestation of Kim. The other one is 666, which means 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. 6 electrons, which is the beast, which is the God best, the unmanifest inside of you. All this stuff was metaphysical, didn't mean no literal thing. The 7 heads come from the goddess Sebek. And the goddess Sebek is the crocodile of Kim. 7-headed dragon is also talking about the entity that's coming up to kill the cracker.
Coming back, just check the pulse, you feel the heat from the tracks. B-NETT and that more, I'm on your back. Fall behind my back, well I've heard it all before, but I'm stepping out, so you know I'm ready for war. You thought I'd stay down, drowning your doubt, but I'm rising up, and I'm ready to shout. I'm on your neck, B-NETT, I'm here to collect, add more. Watch out, I'm coming for your respect, for the young and the old. My name ringing like that, money long as the road. So you know I'm a threat, money long got stacks. I ain't never holding back. back, switching lanes, laughing hard, yeah, I'm on the attack. Wonder where I'm at, check your past, don't forget. I forgive, won't forget, B-NETT, that's a bet. This is a warning, but I heed my call. The dead has arisen, I'm ready to brawl. I'm on your neck, B-NETT, I'm here to collect. Ask more, watch out, I'm loving. For your respect, for the young and the old, my name ringing like that. Money long as the road, so I know I'm a threat. Just remember my name, yeah, that goes in your head. From beginning to end, more, your reputation's there.
You must understand the subconscious mind creates what you put. It's programmed with what initial information is put into it. The original information, the initial programming. You see, in its inception, and it takes that programming and believes it to be real. And it works on that initial state of what was programmed into it to bring you what you want. So it gives you reality from the very first thing that you program it with. And that you program it with could be wrong information. But it only deals with the reality in which it is programmed in, so therefore it runs off of the wrong information like it's reality. And when you put the right information in it, it will reject the right information until you get that initial programming out. So what has happened here is some of the people who have gone and learned all this stuff did not somehow internalize it and destroy the initial programming, and so it only became data. And it never seeped through to conquer the initial wrong programming. So after a while, after a couple of years, after certain lecture circuits shut down and they don't see the people no more, you know, doing lectures or new information coming out, they're going back to the church. And you baffled because you don't know what the hell happened. And because you were taught something as a child, doesn't necessarily make it true. The first thing people say, well, why are you going to tell me that? My mom and my daddy learned this. My mom and my daddy taught me this. You know what I'm saying? So you say, how can I get rid of this here? I've been knowing it all my life. You understand how that goes? Doesn't necessarily make it right. You get where I'm coming from?
The light of the body is the eye. If your eye be single, your whole body shall fill with light. Jesus Christ is saying you should practice the single eye. People get mad at us. Tell me something. Is it in the Bible? Yes, it is. Did Jesus say it? Yes, he did. And everybody that's in the East knows what the single eye is. It is the mystical point between the brows, between the eyebrows, the location of the pineal gland of the brain. He says, activate it and you'll fill with light. Okay? Well, what do? If you do that, you go into meditation, things happen. Right? You're at Matthew 6, chapter 22. Look at Matthew 6, chapter 25. Take no thought. Matthew 27, why add thought? 6:27. 28, why take thought? So forth. Take no thought. Okay. So here is the way. You practice the single eye, you take no thought, you understand that Jesus the Christ dwells in you. The key is entering in yourself. The way is very narrow. Few of your friends are going to find it. They're probably going to make fun of you, but the kingdom of God is within you, and the key is entering in, practicing the single eye, and you'll find it. That's the way. I challenge anybody to show me in the world that Jesus Christ taught a different way. That's the way. And he did. And so it becomes very interesting then if we go back to where we began this discussion, doesn't it? Go back to page 880, go back to the book of John, and look what is said. Here in John chapter 14, one of the disciples who is with Jesus Christ says, "We don't know where you're going. How can we know the way?" And that's exactly what the Christians of today would have to say. We don't know. We don't know the way. Because they've been told by their leaders that this way is evil. So now comes the famous line. The famous line that they quote when they don't quote these about the single eye and entering in yourself, but this comes the famous line, which is in the next line, which is pure Hinduism. Okay? John chapter 14, verse 6. And Jesus answers, where the heck am I? John chapter 14, verse 6. I'm sorry. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. This is Hinduism, which you've all learned in the Bhagavad Gita.
You ready for this? Here's the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah is positioned in the east at the point of the rising sun. Okay? And they're called the children of light. That's what they're called, the children of light. Now let me show you. You tell me if an intelligence was writing in this Bible. If there's a coded message in this Bible. You've just seen two of them. You've seen nuclear fission and you've seen the pineal gland. Take a look at this, page 115. Look at the book of Numbers on page 115 and look at Numbers chapter 2. And in Numbers chapter 2, look at verse 9. And look at the number of people in the camp of Judah. You've got 100,000. You know how to write 100,000 like that? Okay? There's 100,000. No problem. And you got 4,000. A score is 20. A score is 20. You can't say. Okay, a score is 20. So you have 4 score is 4 times 20. That's 80. Okay? Okay. 4 score and 6,000. There's 6,000. And 400. Okay. No problem. 186, 4. That's the constant speed of light. For the children of light. Who wrote that? See? I'm talking about 6,000 years ago. 5,000, 4,000 years ago, somebody knew the speed of light and wrote it in your Bible. Somebody knew about nuclear fission and wrote it in the Bible. Somebody knew about the pineal gland of your brain and wrote it in the Bible. 5,000 years, who wrote it?
Let's say we take a blackboard and we put a whole bunch of stars on the blackboard. We leave a space out in the middle and we draw the outline of a body, right? And you'll see the outline of a body and these stars behind the outline. And you'll put a star in the middle of the forehead, right? And as a result, what will happen is this. Erase the line of the outline, and then what you got? You will have a blackboard full of stars. That's when you see the Lion King. They say that was the Lion King. It was a story of the Osirian drama that they made about you, and they had to put in animals to tell the white people about you. And
look hard. You see, he lives in you.
Simba.
Father?
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have.
they say what? When you die, your people up there become the stars in heaven. Well, every man, every woman is a star, and the star is inside of you, which is the black dot.
There she is, The sweetest firefly in all creation.
Evangeline?
I want to meet this girl. Where's she at?
How you can miss her? Well, she glowing right up there in front of y'all.
Now, take the same blackboard that has your star and you erase the line and you will be a star in heaven. Now, take the white man who don't have the star. Put him on the blackboard and put a line on here, then erase the line and what you got. He disappears. Because this is the hologram and they are only in the holographic universe.
I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I very much, I very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. I can, I will, I shall. You are now listening live to the sounds of B-NETT Radio, Black-NET Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your tithe. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can be thyself, master thyself, and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. One must pay attention to his 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay his ass some attention, and he gonna pay for a lesson and learn free. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network, broadcasting north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vicente Bayel Amar Maya Jamal Amanra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. I done walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date. You can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now. Talk is motherfucker cheap. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace of love, and be safe out there on that road. And stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. So hold your seat as we stream these tunes live on B-NETT Radio, Black-NET Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? B-NETT Radio.
Whenever I eat, whenever I eat. Ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us, Whenever I eat, my nigga, you eat. And ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us. Whenever I score, my nigga, you score. Ain't even worried about them damn fans and coppers. They wanna know who I am, what's my name, where I'm from, and what I claim. Allow me to introduce myself.
Mister, you my nigga, you my bone flex, heart, soul, nigga, you my liver. So if you die tonight, shit, I guess I'm going with you. Cause if you going to war, regardless, I'm throwing this. If I got a whole brick, shit, he getting off her ass. If my dick in a cat, he stick it in the mouth of ass. So if I make me a stack, he get 500 cash. And if I borrow from him, he get 5 of them back. So if I meet me a little freak by myself and she a flipper, shit, I'm coming to get you. It won't flip until I'm with you. If Beyonce wanted to fuck and my nigga was in trouble, I'll put that pussy aside and get to my niggas on the top. Shit, I love my nigga, so I hug my nigga. Never place a pussy up above my nigga. If you love your bitch, then hug your bitch. And never place a dick up above your
Whenever I eat, my nigga, you eat. And ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us. Whenever I score, my nigga, you score. Ain't even worried about them damn fans and coppers. They wanna know who I am, what's my name, where I'm from, and what I claim. Allow me to introduce myself.
We on the block for paper as we flip the rocks and majors. As we reside the gators, we can say the blocks of favor. Position dropping labor like a top dropper sayer. Chopper trader, block the haters running like a operator. We say the cops are later than ever to stop the slayer. Propagate your ARO for safety if you try to play it. You always gotta pay it. We don't play that I'm a payer. I'm no sweet now or later. Now we say we want the paper. What we provide for haters, they never survive to make it. And as I rise a gator, I can say that I'm a caver. I'm no player, I don't hate her. I won't rape her, I won't take her. I'm talking that white girl. I'm the maker, I create her. Put her in the pot and lace her. All the fiends that drive them crazy when they taste it. I can say it never fails to rock a crater. Numb you up and shock a taser. On point without a laser. Keep it on the block and stay until my focus
Whenever I eat, my nigga, you eat. And ain't no niggas out here gon' stop us. Whenever I score, my nigga, you score. Ain't even worried about them damn feds and coppers. They wanna know who I am, what's my name, where I'm from, and what I claim. Allow me to introduce myself.
It's Nick G. Straight up out of B-NETT double T. I got a job, but still connected to the street. Nick G Music out now on all streaming platform. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you're going. One must study all schools of thought. One must study all schools of thought. He who knows one book knows none. He who knows one book knows none. There's no religion higher than the truth, and there's no truth higher than you. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, we live right now inside the Collective Minds Network, bringing music, media, and independent thought. I paid the cost to be the boss. I walked this way before I've been able to talk. Ever since 2008, up to date, you can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rigged. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookie. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now, talk is motherfucking cheap. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This part of the live is brought to you by Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puffs, High Grade, AAA Plus, Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puffs, High Grade, AAA Plus. Become acquainted with the spirit of the flowers today. For your free samples, contact Indian Spirits 251 MCN at gmail.com. Indian Spirits 251 MCN at gmail.com for your free samples of Alabama Cherokee Creek, Flower Puffs, High Grade, AAA Plus. Become acquainted with the spirit of the flowers today. I'm stepping in the name of love. This is my civic duty. This is my stewardship voluntarily, my charity for the growth, development, the revolution of the community and progress, pushing onward and upward, gently and merrily, not down but up the stream. Life is all a dream of screens, of streams. Message. I stand firm on my square. I travel from the west to the east. I've been raised to my shoulder from my knee. I hold the 5 points of truth with the grip that won't slip. I've been handed the tools way back when. Now on this journey, I stand firm to win. Leaning the branch of the olive. And yes, for some it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. Once again, I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I'm the reflection of your G-O-D, the generator, operator, destroyer. I'm a voyager. I circumnavigate the 7 seas to the 4 points, 4 corner. And yes, I wear the corona. It is heavy, but with the perseverance, will of the soul, mind, and body, I won't break like no levee. Are you ready? Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We are always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you're going. Know thyself so you can be thyself, master thyself, and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Once again, you can take a horse to the well, but you can't make him drink. You can't make him think. Health is wealth. So grab a hold of your mental health. You must grab back your identity. You must start to learn, to unlearn, to relearn. So you can pull your own string. So you can set your own piano. This is why you have a mindset. But you must sit still. Take no thought and have accountability for your action, which is a wave within the time. You continue to miss the mark, so you will sin. Once again, look in the mirror and face yourself. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. Michael Jackson said it best. Once again, I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vicente B.L. Amamaya Jamal Manra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. So hold your seat as we stream these tunes live on B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Welcome one, welcome on. Welcome all, welcome one. World premiere.
Wake up the
World premiere.
Wake up the light.
B-NETT Radio.
Visualize the code, it's all inside. Focus on the resonance. From the macro to the macro, as within, so without. Check the architecture. I start with the tetrahedron, the fire pyramid's base, rooted in the prana, grounded in this physical space. That's the fuel for the engine, a vital life force, with 3 sides of intention to keep me on course. My actions are the facets, my focus is the flame, but it doesn't burn the house down, it clears out the shame. The apex is the needle pointing straight to the divine, when my will and his will finally align. It's the engine of the soul, transformation in the heat, turning lead into gold while I'm walking on the street. Illuminate the dark, black is saying wisdom on the spark. I'm vibrating at a pitch they can't even perceive, constructing the geometry that helps me to believe. From the center to the edge, the expansion is real. Break the seal, let the cosmic energy reveal lies within. So without, that's the blueprint of the grace. Sacred patterns in the spirit, mirrored in the outer space. With the flower of life, every circle is a link. We removing past the chaos, we re-higher than you think. It's the resonance of love, the frequency of truth, activating every cell from the elder to the youth. Yeah, it's all connected me. The blueprint is perfected. Now visualize the circle, the boundary of the one. where the struggle ends and the flow has begun. In the field of resonance, I'm moving with the tide. No more fighting against the change, I got nothing to hide. Then the flower of life starts to bloom in the mind. Perfect intersections where the fragments unwind. A coherent grid, a super organized state, where the thoughts and the feelings no longer debate. I'm a living embodiment of the pattern and the plan, refining the spirit, redefining the man. Total coherence wins, no more interference wins. Unconditional love is the key to the ignition, the frequency that clarifies the metaphysical vision. It's the lubricant for gears, it's the magnet for the dream, turning static into music, if you know what I mean. I become super radiant, a beacon in the night. External chaos organizes when it hits my light. Love is the vibrators when the heart of the creation, the heart of the creation. The blueprint is perfected. Now look at the society, the mirror of the soul. Sovereign leadership taking total control. No more hierarchies built on the scarcity and fear, but the fire pyramid energy is making it clear. Regenerative systems, the circle is complete. No waste in the economy, no hunger on the street. The flower of life is the grid of the connection, supporting every petal in a state of perfection. Universal net liquidity, the bloom is the whole. The harmonic civilization is the ultimate goal, as within, so without. So without L, we were shifting the baseline from the internal structure to the global design. It's a living organism, so frequency alignment beyond the punishment, beyond the confinement. Just love, just light, just geometry. It's the soul's architecture. So peace to the collective via soul. Yeah.
You are now listening live to the sounds of B-NETT Radio. Black-NETT Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Once again, I'm just lending the branch of the olive. And yes, for some, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. This is the history and the mystery. History, his story. Mystery, my story. Which both came from her story, her glory. The mother maker of matter. The Moabitess black widow. She that wears the robe of Ruth. For she will love you as well as leave you toothless, for she is ruthless. Everyone must drink the widow's elixir and bite the apple. But once again, you don't have to take my word. You can do your own research. If it resonates, let it marinate. If it don't apply, we let that shit fly. I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today. Right here live inside the collective mind network. Bringing music, media, and independent thought. I've paid the cost to be the boss. I walked this way before I've been able to talk. Ever since 2008, up to date, you can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rigid. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you gonna fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now, talk is motherfucking cheap. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope. When you're messing with that dope, you got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we world. single eye. He or she that walks with two eyes, for sure you shall burn in the depths in the lake of fire. But for he or she that walk with the single eye, for thine body shall be filled with light. Everywhere I place my 2 feet is holy ground, for thine body is the temple. One must level to meet the art of the plumb in order to know where to part the square. We moving on up to the east side. I finally got a piece of the pie. G5G, that's what I wanna be. G5G, that's what I wanna be. Gamma. Understanding is key, along with consistency, discipline. You have to choose discipline daily, just like you have to choose peace and happiness. You can't find peace, you cannot find happiness. You must choose these things. That's why you must dive in to meet your high twin. You are individual, 2 people. So if outside of you is disarray, it means the inside of you is disarray. If you don't praise the God that you are, you most definitely gonna praise somebody else's God. And you gonna be the puppet, being strong alone. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Health is wealth. So grab a hold of your mental health. Once again, you can take a horse to the well, but you can't make them drink. You can't make them think. I'm stepping in the name of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And yes, I keep my shield, my sword, and my musket. Love is what it is. Gangster. I stand firm on my square. In order to stand firm on your square, your feelings and emotion must not contradict. If it do, you gonna lose your tight, firm grip. You gonna slip in the kitchen where it's hot. You must understand the principle of the mind, soul, and the body. The 3 of the trilogy. The number of man, master, able, and noble. The number of mind, 666, 18, 9. The I, the consciousness that's all around. We fell from spirit into matter so matter can breathe spirit. Do you hear me? You must not fear it. A lot of the masses are walking with an empty lamp and not understand why their cup is not running over. You plucking the wrong olives that can fill your lamp and have it flowing and flowing continually so you can tote the light within the darkness. Once again, I'm not telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now. Reading is fun. The mental. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Leg, head. I self-law am master. Once again, this is the history and the mystery. History, his story. Mystery, my story. Which both came from her story, her glory. The fee which delivers the mail at the dock. The fee that delivers the mail at the dock, which keeps us going onward and upward. The spiraling staircase up into the many rooms within the houses of the sons of the 12, with the signs of the Judah that rise in the point of the east. That's why you all are the children of the light. That's how you rap now. In this moment, you must own it. Listen to me live on B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? This is a never-ending, forever-ending journey, cycle, moving forward, not backward, but from the center. The middle is the way. The passage is the middle. You must split the pillars in order to meet and greet with Solomon within the temple, to climb the ladder of Jacob. Once again, to walk the spiraling staircase so you can sit on the right-hand side of God, so you can cast your net on the right-hand side of the boat. We don't walk in hope. It's about wisdom, beauty, strength, faith, and the know. And how do we know? We study. And after we study some more to gain the new awareness, the new understanding, the new integration, the new evolution. Yes, the revolution will not be televised, but the evolution of the revolution will be broadcast north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel Amama Jamal Manra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm a I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. Hold your seat as we stream the tune live on B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We are always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can be thyself, so you can master thyself and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. He who only knows one book knows none. One must study all schools of thought. There's no religion higher than the truth, and there's no truth higher than you. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is B-NETT Radio, BlackNet Radio, Powered by Nick G Music. Welcome on, welcome on. Do you dare to be enlightened?
She got it, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She bad, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. I'm super bad, slim waist with some bone legs. Like a switch when I walk, I got me Halibut. I class there with some class, you know what I mean. The new money, new honey, jumping on the scene. I'm walking like a model, talking like a model. Swag so tight, I even sound like a model. Your man be trying to holler, hope he bought them dollars. Much expect a big, but I been popping my collar. Sipping on that gun, 150 a bottle. I can stay chunky, so I walk with a waddle. Nothing in the floor, you would think I won the lotto. Now I'm boss hogging, everybody calling. She got it, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She bad, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. I did it in New York and tell them Bentley's my assistant. Good girl, gone bad, I'm the competition. Walking like a model, talking like a model. Everywhere I go, I got them cameras wanna follow. Yeah, I'm bad, yeah, I know I got it. Got a Coke bottle, I'm walking like a model. Walking like a model, talking like a model. Even get my hair nails fixed like a model. Hometown riding and we all popping bottles. Who you know fresher than your girl, Miss Sasha? Photo shoot, I'ma tee it like a model. Stunning real big, hold my hair like a model. She got it, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She bad, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. Pop out the whip, Louis pumps on my ticket. In the parking lot, I'm drip, pip, pip, pippin'. Steady walking like a model, talking like a model. Got my stunner shades on, I'm going wrong like a model. Baby fat, coochie pump, showtime. Lights out, spotlight, yeah, here we go. Walking like a model, talking like a model. Walking like a model, talking like a model. She got it, yeah, she got it. Tony Coke bottle, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model. She bad, yeah, she walking like a model. Talking like a model, she walking like a model. She talking like a model, she walking like a model.
It's Nick G. Straight up out of B-NETT. I got a double still connected to the street. Nick G Music out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This part of the live is brought to you by I Am Solution, a multi-services consultant firm specializing in esoteric teaching, wisdom and mindset, and spiritual awakening, backed with insight from world-renowned scholars, psychologists, and psychiatrists. Allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I Am Solution. We always here to help. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Once again, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to please to no one ego. I'm not here to validate you. I'm not here to tell you you right or wrong. I'm not here to debunk you. I'm not here to debate. I'm here to be great This is my civic duty. This is my stewardship, my charity voluntarily. Once again, for the growth, development, revolution, and progress for the community, to uplift the nation, for the brothers and sisters of the struggle. Once again, I'm lending a branch of the island. And yes, for some, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I've called my stone. I've called my boulder. Once again, I've been raised to the shoulder from my knee. I accept that I am the beast and the kid, the king, the David. I understand that I must left foot forward, step in the name of love. I must understand as well as you, once I did, it's 2965, the black than the white. So I wear my glove in the light, on the right, once again like Mike O. Jackson. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. Said it best. I say it with my chest. Once again, I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today. Right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel Amama Yajamal Amanra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm a IT hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by well that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road, and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. You are the reason you in the position you at right now in this moment. And you going to have to own it. You're going to continue to repeat the cycle, and it's going to get harder and harder until it comes to the end of for you to have your demise. You are self-sabotaging. You must face your own demon daemon. You are the devil of yourself. That's why you must know thyself. Be thyself. Master thyself. So eventually you can free thyself. And you will understand there's nothing outside of you that's not within. And once again, if anything outside of you is disarray, it's because it's disarray within you. Instantly, once you accept accountability, everything starts to change. Fast, quick, instant. And you begin to take control of your mission. You have to take the wheel. Because only you, once again, can spin the wheel of fortune, the wheel of fortune. That's why you must tune your own piano. You must string up your own 5-string, your own guitar, the bands of your strand. that expand every 9 inches to get the curvature of the spiral onward and upward, gently and merrily, not down but up the stream. Life is all a dream, of screens, of stream. Message. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened?
God's only son. There is only one sun in the solar system. That is God's only begotten Son, the light of the world. And without it, nothing can live. And it goes through the cross. It goes into the tomb. It is born on December the 25th. It consumes in the fiery consummation of Aries the burnt offering. It sits at the right hand of power, and spring and summer come. That's the Son of God.
Message!
And that's where the story's copied from. Your God and your saints and all of your Bible statements are copied word for word from the writings of Zoroaster, Ahura Mazda. The nativity of Jesus Christ is copied word for word of the nativity
Message!
of the virgin birth, the wicked king, the star, the shepherd, the whole thing. It was written 7,000 years before Jesus, and it was talking about Hare Krishna. But nobody knows it. And they come into these churches and they get on television as if this is the first time it happened. It's not. There's always been these stories. And the stories were focused around the sun. There's only one sun in the solar system. That is God's only begotten Son, the light of the world. And without it, nothing can live. And it goes through the cross. It goes into the tomb. It is born on December the 25th. It consumes in the fiery consummation of Aries the burnt offering. It sits at the right hand of power, and spring and summer come. That's the Son of God.
Message!
And that's where the story's copied from. And then we get up to, he's saying this about Jesus. I'm not saying about anything. I'm just simply telling you what is a fact. And how in the world can you ever come to grips with what life is if you're not willing to come to grips with what fact is? The sun is the logos of all of the ancient beliefs, and the beliefs were built around what they called the 7 rays of the sun.
Message!
The 7 rays of the sun go right back to the magical, mystical number 7. You know what's amazing to me? The Bible tells you in Revelation 5:1 that the book of life sits in the right hand of him who is on the throne, written within, which is inside of yourself, on the backside, which talks about the energy through the spine, sealed with 7 seals, which talks about the 7 chakras.
Message!
Now, Joshua and Jericho never happened. The walls never fell down. If you will, we have there's a fellow on television, Joe and Rose, take me a thing. They went and they found one of the greatest archaeologists, or whatever they call them in the world, went and found the wall. It's still standing. It never fell down. It's a symbol. It's that same chakra. When you go around 6 times, when you mount the 6 chakras, it'll stay. But when you go for that 7th chakra, which is the pineal gland, the wall will fall down, and you'll enter into the city, which is the right hemisphere. This book was not written by Harvard scholars. It was written by Eastern mystics. How it can be taken literally is really amazing. But the sun in the sky has been used as a mystical symbol forever. That's, as we get into this, I think I'll be able to show you that. But from the sun in the sky flows all life. All the life of the world comes from the sun. But there's a sun in the human body as well. And it is the solar energy of the body, and it's located right in your abdomen, and it is called the solar plexus, the place of the sun. Its contraction and expansion accompanies the life streams that roar throughout your body. And your body operates exactly the same way as the universe does. And it's filled, if you can get it under a microscope, it's filled with little colonies and little atoms and little planets and all kinds of different things inside of you. And the primitive faiths of thousands of years ago justly considered the sun and its fiery life as a symbol of the universal presence of what we call God. Because the sun, without the sun there can be no life. And with the Son there is all life. And as you know, the story of Jesus Christ is copied from the movement of the Son. Obviously, the Son could not have copied from the life of Jesus Christ because the Son is from infinity. But when they wanted to have a crucifixion, the Son goes through the Southern Cross on December the 21st. When they wanted to know how many days and nights should be in the tomb, it's 3 days and 3 nights, because that's the winter solstice of December 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And when shall we have the birth of God's only Son? December the 25th, because that's when the Son is literally born by the trajectory of the earth. And then when shall we have new life and resurrection? We'll have it on the spring equinox in April, because that's when the Son consumes the ram and sits at the right hand of power in the northern hemisphere. Copied off of it. Your religion, your Christian religion, is copied word from ancient religion.
Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. Once again, I travel from the west to the east. I've been raised to my shoulder from my knee. I am the kid, the beast, the David, the king. Left foot forward and Lord, true peace, freedom, and justice. I tote my shield, my sword, and my musket. I prepare each and every day to keep from being rusted. When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Once again, you ain't got to take my word. You will do your own research. If it don't resonate, you cannot marinate. Well, then you let that shit fly. I've been him. I've been that guy. That's why I continue to state, I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I'm the reflection of your God, the generator, operator, destroyer. Once again, I sit on the right-hand side of God. I carry my net on the right-hand side of the boat. And I don't walk in hope. I walk in the know. And how do we know? We study. Once you begin to get into the know, it dissolves belief. It dissolves belief. Just like courage dissolves fear. Once again, I'm just leaning the branch of the olive. And for some, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow. A lot of people like what I'm doing, love what I'm doing, but they mad as me. But they going to go have to accept this moment and own it. That the thoughts of your past correlate to the day in this time and space within the hour. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. One must pay attention to his 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay his ass some attention. And you're gonna pay for your lesson and learn free. If you sit still and learn to take no thought, understand how to wind up your box so Jack can pop out and you can unfold the square, the cube, so you can place yourself up on it, the cross, and crucify yourself and take up on the wounds of the fire. Once again, you must die in to meet your high twin, so you can begin to pull your straps of your boots and gain the wages from your labor. You will begin to not suffer and move out of survival of your animal nature, your lower nature. Your heel is your hell. So you must grab a hold of your mental health to be able to walk upright up on the plane of inertia, the planet Earth. So you will begin to see The way, once again, that's in the middle. The passage is in the middle. The center. Once again, so you can spin the wheel of the fortune, the wheel of fortune. Once again, I'm not here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live inside the Collective Minds Network. Bringing music, media, and independent thought. I paid the cost to be the boss. I walked this way before I've been able to talk. Ever since 2008.
That's not what it says in Hebrew. It says, in the beginning of the creation, Elohim.
Do you dare to be enlightened?
Created the heavens and the earth. Elohim is not the word God. El is a Phoenician, Canaanite name or word for deity. El, E-L. We talked a little bit about that last week. Elohim is like adding an S onto an English word. You have C-A-R for car, or C-A-R-S, cars, more than one. So adding an S on the end, to the end of most English words means it's plural, in the plural. Well, that's exactly what Elohim means.
Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am solution. We always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which bring forth the payment of your time. If you don't know who you are, well then you damn sure don't know where you going. Know thyself so you can be thyself, master thyself, and eventually free thyself. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Health is wealth. So grab a hold of your mental health. Once again, this is my charity, voluntarily, my civic duty, my stewardship. I step in the name of love. This is the history and the mystery. History is his story. Mystery is my story. You must continue the journey. You must not let hesitation win. Once again, I'm just connecting the dots. I'm applying the knowledge of the lesson to gain the experience, to ascertain the wisdom. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only the lesson, the application of the lesson, which is create, builds the power for you to take off and rocket ship. You have to understand the principles, the codes of the frequency for you. Everybody is on their own path, their own journey. That's why you wish one well. You wish the next man well. No matter however it takes for you to get to the ultimate goal, on the other side to the tip of the point of the apex above good and evil, which will fight forever. To be able to stand at the top of the mountain like Moses and hold up the snake, you must understand who you are once again. I'm not telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now, reading is fun. They're mental. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome all, welcome one. B-NETT Radio.
Lucky number. 13, unlucky number for the crack ass. 418 is the number of melanin. 1 plus 4 plus 8 equals 13, your lucky number, which is the number of melanin. Here you see the I hair rule, which is the black dot, because also the symbol of the pyramid is melanin. Right here you got 777, which is also a spiritual number of the black man. It also means melanin, but it's manifestation of Kim. The other one is 666, which means 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. 6 electrons, which is the beast, which is the God's best, the unmanifest inside of you. All this stuff was metaphysical, didn't mean no literal thing. The 7 heads mean...
It's Nick G! Straight up out of B-NETT. I got a job, but still connected to the street. Nick G Music, out now, on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. This part of the live is brought to you by HBJ, Harry B. Joseph, the author of the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1 and 2, as well as the Book of Symbolism. HBJ, Harry B. Joseph, a partner, a sponsor of B-NETT Radio, Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. HBJ, Harry B. Joseph, the author of the Book of Wisdom, Volume 1, Volume 2, as well as the Book of Symbolism. This part of the live is brought to you by Harry B. Joseph, the Book of Symbolism, Volume 1, Volume 2. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Well, if you do, allow me to help you to become acquainted with yourself. I am Solution. We're always here to help. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude for each and every one of you for bringing me into your house, your car, your living room, giving me the dime of your time, which brings forth the payment of your time. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road. And stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Shout out to the artists. Shout out to my artists that join the Artist Fund with Nick G Music and double down on your sound to collect the interest that compound. Shout out to the artists. Shout out to my artists. We up to 11,985 views. We up to 11,985 views. So you know it's true. You get a penny a view. So you stacking up your loot and getting your interest every 3 months, 4 times a year without fear. So don't sleep, don't nap. This is no cap. Join the Artist Fund with Nick G Music and double down your sound and collect the interest that compound. For those in the back that I know will ask, how do you do that? Well, when your song get played, you get paid. When your song get played, you get paid. Right here live on B-NETT Radio, Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. When your song get played, you get paid. If you properly registered to the PROs such as BMI, ASCAP, MLC, Sound Exchange, when your song get played, you get paid. because we have our ASCAP play music license. We are ASCAP play music license, meaning we're syndicated, broadcasting globally right here, live inside the Collective Minds Network. Backed by B-NETT Radio, Black Net Radio, powered by Nick G Music. But you can double down that same sound and join the artist fund with Nick G Music and compound your interest. Contact Nick G Music 251@gmail.com. Nick G Music 251@gmail.com to acquire about the artist fund, to join the artist fund. When you can double down your sound and collect the interest that compound. When your song get played, you get paid live on B-NETT Radio. Do you dare to be enlightened? Do you dare to be enlightened? Welcome on, welcome on. Welcome on, welcome on.
Everything you need spiritually is in the body. In the lore of Hiram Abiff being killed before the temple is finished, and that's the lore because it states that Hiram Abiff finished all his work for the Lord, okay? So we know it's a contrived story. And as most human beings allow this seminal principle, Vita Libra, to be drained from the body out the south gate, okay? That's the south gate, okay? Which means it can't get either north, east, or west in order to regenerate, okay? Big major key. Now, let me say this. This does not mean that sex is a sin or wrong. We're talking about another level of human being developing. You need to know what your spiritual potentialities are so that you can use them to your advantage. Secondly, in parentheses, human beings mating should not indulge in a 7-day jump series. Jump factor in there because they deplete their cerebral nervous system. This substance has a physiological value of regenerating, insulating, feeding the nervous system, the spinal cord, and the brain. The brain needs your spermatosa and your ovium. And if you don't believe me, take your finger and rub it behind your ears. Remember, Grandma used to say, "Boy, watch behind your ears." You know? She knew something about this odor of spermatosa and ovium behind the ears and this pulp that comes out of the nose, to let you know that this substance moves into the cerebral, and the brain uses it as food. We're not going to get any more brain cells. You got them all. They ain't issuing no more. If they die, and most human beings are walking around with a good percentage of their brain cells dead.
It's Nick G! Straight up out of B-NETT. I got a job still connected to the stream. You have to do it yourself. You can read 1,000 books. You could go to 1,000 teachers. You could do 1,000 million things. But it's up to you to get to the top of the pyramid, the apex, above the good and evil, so you can observe, once again, from the beginning, before you came, descended. Once again, we came from spirit, we fell from spirit into the matter. so matter can breed spirit. It's not matter over spirit, spirit over matter. The Anunnaki, the Anu and the key, the Anunnaki, the Anu spirit, the key, the matter, the new is the now of you, the Anunnaki is speaking of you once again. I'm not telling you nothing new up under the sun. And everybody should know by now. Reading is fun. The mental health is wealth. So grab a hold of your mental health. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. Not knowing you have your own mind is the very definition of slavery. One must pay attention to his 360 degree, or somebody gonna pay his ass some attention, and he gonna pay for a lesson and learn free. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is episode 1, take 33 of I Am Country. But I damn sure ain't country slow. And just know, it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road. And stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now, on all streaming platform. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe to Nick G Music on YouTube at Nick G Music 251 at Nick G Music 251. Like, share, comment, subscribe to Nick G Music on YouTube. 1727372810. The binary code of the woman and the man. He who only knows one book knows none. And everybody should have heard the term before. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It's up to you to take control of your life so you can begin to take flight and write within the encrypted coded file of the disk. So you must take the risk and hold a firm grip. Stand square so you won't slip. One must level to meet the art of the plumb in order to know where to part the square. You must walk the middle passage, the middle way, split the pillars so you can meet and greet with Solomon within the temple and climb the ladder of Jacob to walk the spiraling staircase up into the house of the high super with the many rooms. And you will begin to see the land of the milk and honey and bear witness with the 3 wise men of the consummation of the Mary and Joseph, bringing forth the ark of the covenant. Once again, you must cross the Red Sea, step into the point of the east, the rising sun to the point of the east, and claim who you are with the Judah of the 12, the tribes, so you can sit on the right-hand side of the G-O-D. Once again, I don't need to know you, but you damn sure need to know me, because I'm the reflection of your G-O-D, the generator operator destroyer. I ain't here trying to preach. I'm just here trying to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. I'm going to teach you something, learn you something. You going to learn today, right here live inside the Collective Mind Network. Broadcast north, east, west, and south. Locally nationally, and worldwide. It is I, Nikolai Vincente Bayel Amamaya Jamal Amanra. I represent that Gulf Coast, that third coast. I'm an I-10 hauler from Houston to Florida. I'm a baller, champion, 5A certified by way of that 228. And I feel like I look, which is supreme and great. I walked this way before I've been able to talk this. Ever since 2008, up to date. You can do the math. I've been on this path. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't no rookie. So I don't eat on no goddamn cookies. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me collect. And if you're talking while I'm talking, and that's a sign of disrespect, you go fuck around and cause a wreck. Because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you can listen twice as much as you speak. And everybody should know by now. Talk is motherfucker cheap. You understand me? Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is B-NETT Radio. BlackNet Radio. Powered by Nick G Music.
What's your name? Yeah, you know it's gotta
B-NETT Radio. Welcome, welcome all. Do you dare to be enlightened?
Or can you do it like this? Girl, we gon' take a nigga, bitch. Can you do it like this? 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 Can you do it like that? When you're so sad, I'm a trap, trying to go and get stacks. Can you do it like that? 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 Can you do it like this? Super fly kicks, fuck a Red Bull, I go and pull a red bitch. Shit, do it like that. I get so fat. Tell me what I'm doing, bitch. I'm rocking like crack. You know where I'm at. Poly roll, runner, east side president. Knock out, runner. When I'm in the spot, now better watch your runner. I'm about to turn down. 100 on the run. You know how I'm coming. I be looking right. Swagger so mean, the boy looking nice. Yeah, and they know I cook it right. Guys, never wrong and tell your bitch to get it right. Shit, for some funny shit. Run up in the club and go and take a nigga, bitch. Can you do it like this? Can you do it like this? Can you do it like this? Can you do it like that? Can you do it like that? When you're so sad, I'm in the trap, trying to go and get stacks. Can you do it like that? Can you do it like that? Can you do it like that?
Slick G! Spittle bottle B-NETT. I got a double T connected to the stream. Nick G Music out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide.
Ask Jesus to come into your heart. Isn't that what they say? And he leads you in his prayer, oh, Jesus, come into my heart. John 16:23. You write it down. John 16:23. Jesus says, in that day you shall ask me nothing.
Do you see why everything's screwed up? Do you see why we have never been able to find our way out of the mess that we've created on this planet? And the reason is because we'll listen to Pat Robertson, but we won't listen to Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ does not say what Pat Robertson says. Pat Robertson says, invite Jesus, ask Jesus to come into your heart, and Jesus says, don't ask me for nothing. So who do we listen to? Pat Robertson. How's he going to save you? He couldn't even get elected. Now, you know, it's so serious, but what we've been so misled by this stuff. They've made institutions of this stuff and great organizations founded on money telling you that Jesus said things that he never said, and telling you that Jesus said this when you find out he said the opposite. You know that every evangelist that comes on television says that you should ask Jesus to come into your heart, and here's Jesus in John 16:23 say, in that day ask me nothing.
It can basically make sense of this. Now, let's just use basic elements of what's really happening. If we agree that we done had enough of this Christian obedience, that it ain't getting us nowhere, and we all agree that 98% of why our people don't get with nothing because they're scared of going to hell, and they're dealing with behavior, and the behavior has got them so severely locked into fear until it is retarding and impeding their progress to even getting to a level of high spirituality. Because religion and these traditions have nothing to do with spirituality. I started off the lecture saying that spirituality is nothing but energy. And energy has nothing to do with moralism. Now, I want to tell you this concept right now. If we just take the basic fundamentalistic religion and say that we're going to heaven, then that means that in order to share in heaven, once you make it to heaven, you will no longer be a mortal. And if you're no longer a mortal, which means you will no longer have a physical body. That's what even the Christians say. Right. This carnal flesh. Then if you're not in a physical body and you are not a mortal, you have to be what? Spirit. Spirit, or what we call a God. Jesus is spirit. God is spirit. All right. We're talking end results here now. We're trying to get to heaven. Okay? Trying to get to heaven. Now, if the end result to get to heaven, that we're not going to be human, why is not being human frowned upon? Now, let me go into this. The asinine lunacy that I am suggesting a person to do outside of respectable moral laws has something to do with being immortal. If you suggest that I want to be like Jesus, and I would think that the person that I'm going to follow, if I'm going to be with, either I'm going to follow him or I'm going to try to be like him, I'm going to be Christ-like. Well, he wouldn't be fitting a human. Because he's not human. I don't want to follow a human. I don't want to be restricted by the laws of the physical body. So in order not to be restricted by the laws of the physical body, that means that I cannot doggone pander to the taboos and the laws and say I'm supposed to be obedient as a human if I'm trying to be a God.
In my mind, there's no doubt in my mind that we have been created. We are a test tube creation. somebody has created us, and whoever that somebody is looks like us. So they have taken those Neanderthal and the ancient hominid creatures, which the world is filled with them. We know they're there because we're finding them everywhere, but they don't look like us. So we are a special creation, which is why the Bible says in Genesis, the gods said, come, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Because for being so great, it's not that great. A bunch of hairy people out there eating each other and living like animals. So let's take one of the females and procreate with her and see what comes out of a connection between the gods and the indigenous creatures here. So I don't think evolution is the question. It's intervention is the question.
A few things about black history, but this is present history that will be black history in the future. When you understand later on when that satellite went down, they won't tell you it's because of energy coming out of Africa that is coming up now into space and beginning to disturb everything that's running on electricity. Another statement I want to make, electricity is slowed down magnetism. Above electricity and magnetism is what is called orgone energy. Now, those are bad words. You don't want to say orgone out here to this government and research scientists, because orgone means original. It's organic. It's orgasm. It's organic. It's organic people. And of course, they refer to those kind of people as original people. And what the last thing they want you to understand is who the original people are, and why the original people are, and where the original people are, and when the original people came. None of that will they teach you. But you do hear a word that's used a lot. It's called aboriginal. Never use that word aboriginal if you are indigenous to the planet. Why? Because it means to abhor the original person. Aboriginal means to abhor the original. To abhor means to hate, to envy, to covet, to dislike. Consequently, the word aboriginal means that you have a dislike for the original person. And the original person, of course, is a person with melanin. It's been proven so many times now that if necessary, I won't spend the time with an audience like you to go into that, but nevertheless. What is also very interesting is those who would say that the black man has contributed very little to the planet may be right, because there'd be no planet without the black man. So you don't go contribute to something that you had an original part of.
A good Jew or whatever you are, nothing is going to work unless you start doing this and start moving the brain waves down to the cyclic rhythm of the brain waves down from theta, beta to alpha. So you got to go from beta to alpha to theta to delta. If you don't, you can forget about it. The Holy Spirit, absolutely forget about it. There is no Holy Spirit unless you get out of beta and move into alpha. It doesn't exist. It's a very scientific principle. When you get those people up to Jankowicz's backyard and they're all seeing Mary, sure they are. There's no doubt they are. But how come? Because the brain waves, because of this meditation they're into, the energy is starting to move, and they're starting to move out of beta down into alpha. And it opens the visionary process. When you get down to theta, you cross over into the right hemisphere of the brain, and when you get to delta, you're gone. But you have to. It can't work any other way. But unfortunately, the part with Christianity that is so bad, they know nothing about this, and the entire religion is based in beta. It's all emotions. I mean, even the music, and we used to be into it hot and heavy, you know? The music is banging, the tambourines and banging, and I'm going to get to heaven when I see Jesus, and everybody's jumping and shouting and jumping and carrying around. And it is totally emotional, which, you know, is not, see, this thing is not a social thing. It's not a thing of a group type of entertainment. This thing is an extremely private, personal encounter with you deep within yourself. So it has to be silent. And as the Bible says over and over again, be still.
First 600 years of Christianity, there was no man on a cross, period. The man on a cross, dying on a cross, came on about 600 years after Christianity had been formed, because for the first 600 years, Christianity's symbol was a lamb carrying a flag or a lamb or a sheep being led to the slaughter. That was a symbol for Christianity as the lamb. And of course, we're told that the fish symbol was connected to Christianity, and that's because, obviously, Christianity is had an astrological connection also. It's the age of the two fishes, which is Pisces. Pisces is the symbolism of the astrological symbol of Pisces is two fish. So we always have the fish symbol. And this is why the Pope's headdress, the Pope's mitre, is a fish head. That represents a god. So when you see the Pope in Rome, he is not representing Jesus. He's not representing anything holy. He's representing the old Roman established religion. The very universal religion of ancient Rome was the worship of the god Dagon. Look it up in the dictionary. D-A-G-O-N, Dagon.
We look good together, hand in hand, walking down the aisle. Every moment's special, girl. You make my heart smile. Life's been a treasure hunt, and I found my prize. With you by my side, girl, the world feels like paradise. Let's embrace this moment. Love is in the air. Can I kiss you goodnight? I promise to always care. Girl, you know I love you. You're my dream come true. In this journey together, it's only me and you. With every step we take, our love will shine bright. Dancing in the name of love, all through the night. You lift me up when I feel so down. You're my crown. Every day with you feels like a vacation in town. You're my motivation, pushing me to go hard. Together we're a power couple playing our cards. I can hold the integrity. You know loyalty is key. We're building this life, just you and me. Girl, you know I love you. You're my dream come true. I dream you in this journey together. It's only me and you. With every step we take, our love will shine bright. Dancing in the name of love, all through the night, Love to love with right, and never pass. I hold you close with love that never ends. Together forever, I promise my best end. Close, love in many lines. Together forever, my partner, my best friend.
There is no such place as hell, other than in the imagination of these people who are trying to scare the pants off of you to keep you under control. Hell actually comes out of a word that is Gehenna, which was the place outside of Jerusalem where they used to burn the garbage. And that's exactly what hell means. It is a place where the garbage thoughts of your mind is burned up by the Spirit of God. When you live in fear, when you live in depression, when you live in anxiety, when you live in guilt, you're living in hell. Hell is the lower mind, heaven is the higher mind. Remember what Jesus said, Luke 17:21, and Jesus can't be wrong. The kingdom of God is within you. If God's kingdom is a kingdom. It contains everything. It contains hell. It contains heaven. This is the kicker. And we're going to get to the point here why traditional Judaism was very, very hostile to the Kabbalah. You know why? Feminine. All feminine. It is the feminine God. And nobody, including Christians, can deal with that. What do we say today? Tammuz came to the earth, wound up in the Netherland, down in the bowels of the earth to save the people who were captive. Who had to come down to save him and bring him up? Ishtar. The goddess, his sister, Ishtar. What does that mean? Jesus Christ down in the bowels of the earth. Who had to save him? The Holy Spirit. Who is the Holy Spirit? Feminine. It is the feminine of the part of the God. You know that you in most churches they wouldn't even allow a woman to stand up on a pulpit, and do you know they have totally missed it because they've taken macho control of the whole thing. And if anything, if you want to talk about women's lib, why was it necessary? Most of it is necessary because of the sexist discrimination that against women that originated with religion. And yet here it is, the splendor of the Kabbalah, of which most of your Bible is written in, the tree of life, Shakti, God's wife. She is the one that moves in and does the work. Shakti. Now, you will note on this tree, there are 10 numbers. And those 10 numbers are the 10 fundamental powers of all being. Incidentally, if you look at number 1, you'll see that number 1 is Kether, or the crown. Do you see that? That is what is sung about in many of those gospel songs. I'm going to have a robe and a crown, and they really picked a real crown. It's not. The crown is that higher consciousness which brings you through the various other 9 stages into Malkuth, which is the kingdom of God. So the crown is the higher consciousness. In Revelation 2:10 it says, I will give you a crown. See? If you meditate, if you follow Jesus Christ, if you enter within yourself, you will receive a crown. That means you will receive access to the high realms of divine consciousness within you, if you'll do that.